As a leader, you will undoubtedly make mistakes. Even if you deal with conflict well, you provide feedback, you're seen as the fun boss at work, and manage yourself well, mistakes are bound to happen. And it's for this reason, in today's video, I want to provide you with the top 5 leadership mistakes to avoid. By avoiding these leadership mistakes, you will undoubtedly increase morale, retention, and the overall well-being of all your employees. If you're new here, my name is Michael, and I'm a higher education leader based in Los Angeles, California, and I hold my doctorate in organizational leadership. My goal on this channel is to provide you with strategies and tips to help you level up your management and leadership skills. Leadership mistake to avoid number 1 is hiring too quickly. Now, you can become very caught up in the hiring process and want to hire individuals quickly because you want your organization to run like a well-oiled machine. However, if you rush the hiring process, you will undoubtedly have a lot of turnover in your organization. You want those individuals that are your top candidates to meet with several high performing and high influential leaders within your organization so that the team is on board when you're hiring an individual. You also want to make sure that when you're hiring individuals, you're not putting them through a long, extended recruitment process. You want to make sure that the recruitment process is efficient, but you don't want to skip on meeting with high performers and key leaders within your organization. The other thing to remember is you're looking for a cultural fit as well as skills. It's one thing for a candidate to come in with great skills and a great resume. However, you want to ask some probing questions in the interview process to make sure they're culturally aligned with your organization. Leadership mistake to avoid number 2 is not sharing your vision. So, as a business leader, your goal and one of your primary objectives is to carry out the vision of your organization. And in order to do that, you need to be very transparent about your vision to your entire employee group. You need to make sure also that you're engaging them in that vision as well, and to make sure that you're being very transparent and open and you're communicating what the vision is for the organization. That way, all of your employees are on the same page. They're clear, they're focused, and their goals and objectives are aligned with the vision that you're seeking to meet for your organization. Leadership mistake to avoid number 3 is burning out. So as a leader, we can become very caught up in the day-to-day rut and not taking breaks for ourselves. However, whenever burnout happens, you're undoubtedly going to have a lot of setbacks in your organization. So you want to be sure and be very cognizant about avoiding physical, emotional, and mental burnout within yourself, because that will have detrimental impacts upon the entire organization. You want to make sure that you're taking time to exercise, eat well, and also make sure you're getting adequate sleep. You also want to be a good example and take those vacations, because when you're not taking vacations, others in the employees within your organization are also going to feel uneasy that we have this hustle culture and we need to be working all the time. But no, you need to set the example that it's okay to take vacations, it's okay to take breaks, and everybody needs to do that so that burnout doesn't happen for yourself and also for your entire employee set. Leadership mistake to avoid number 4 is being an absentee manager. So I know when I was early in my career, I had a lot of micromanagers, and nobody wants a micromanager or somebody breathing down their neck, watching their every action. But there really is a fine line between being an absent manager and being a micromanager. And so you really want to have a good balance where if you set up a new project, you want to be sure that you're not setting up a project and goals and objectives for individuals to meet and then just walking away, assuming that the employees in your organization know how to get from point A to point B. You want to be available for questions, you want to be very transparent, but you don't want to micromanage it and be overbearing in those situations. You just want to be available and engaged in the process and check in periodically to make sure people are on task and to see if people need any assistance from you. Leadership mistake to avoid number 5 is all about shifting blame. So whenever you have success within your organization, you want to celebrate that success. You don't want to be very egotistical about the successes within your organization because you're the leader. You got to remember that you are only as good as the employees that you hire. So, all the skill sets that your employees have within your organization are undoubtedly going to lead to a lot of your success. So, you want to make sure you're celebrating and appreciating those individuals that work for you. When mistakes happen, you want to be sure that you are taking on that brunt of the blame. And whenever you go back to the drawing board and try to figure out what caused the errors or the mistakes to happen, involve everybody in the process. Be sure to include all your employees that are impacted by this mistake that happened, and move forward in a way that is in a teamwork type of focused oriented environment. Before I go today, I want to check in and see how you're doing with generational differences in the workplace. I know I struggle a lot with generational differences. And when I was in my doctoral program, I studied generational differences. So if you're having trouble with generational differences, be sure to click on the link in the video description here, and I will send you a free resource to navigate those challenges. And also, if you want to dive deeper on this topic, I have several videos here on my page for you to check out. And of course, I would love it if you would subscribe. And also, if you're struggling with influencing in a positive manner within your organization, be sure to check out my other video here where I provide my top 8 tips on becoming a more influential leader. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.